getting after it. So we're going to be talking EDC backpacks today. This one is the Vertx Ready Pack 2.0. I've had it for the better part of 2 years now, so this is going to be more of a long-term review. And I think I'm just going to talk about how I have it set up and then my general impressions of the thing later on in the video. So starting off with this back panel, it kind of exposes this CCW pocket or body armor pocket. And the first thing you see is this really large pull tab. Now, I don't use this as a CCW pocket. I don't know why I haven't taken that thing off yet. But I do imagine if you did choose to use it that way with those YKK zippers, you wouldn't have any issue accessing that. When I do carry off body, I use a fanny pack. It just seems to work better for me. I like having it right by my appendix where I usually carry anyways. Video coming out on that soon. If you are going to carry off body with this pack, just realize that there are some things you're going to have to consider. Are you going to have this pack on you all day? Or are you just using it to commute? How are you going to draw? How are you going to train? Just a lot of stuff to work out there. Alright guys, I'll be serious for a minute, maybe, kinda. If you are dead set on carrying this way, I kinda figured out a method I liked. I dismounted, is that the right way to say that? I took the backpack off, put the left strap over my head while simultaneously trying to undo that zipper with my left hand, drawing with my right. But be careful, because if you don't tuck that small end in, it'll get caught up. Woo, word vomit. Now that back panel does have hook and loop there, so you can put whatever kind of Velcro accessories and holsters you want. And those zippers have the capability to be locked with like a TSA super secret squirrel, whatever lock. So if you're traveling, you can secure that, kind of. The panel itself is from Premier Body Armor, level 3A. I got it in a bundle, put it in the back there, still in the plastic. Haven't really touched it since. It's just kind of a peace of mind thing. I can hand it off to a loved one just in case anything squirrely did happen. And there's a debate as to why you would or would not need backpack armor, and that's for another time. Which brings me to the philosophy of use for this bag. It really is just an extension of what I carry on my person. It's that you have your pistol to fight to your rifle philosophy. It's just more capabilities in there than what I can carry. So the outside of the pack, it has a waist strap. It's kind of pathetic. I have used this thing to ruck. It's not the best, but it does work if you want to get some fitness in. The bottom is held up pretty well. It's been thrown around in a boat, in a truck, all over the place, and it's doing pretty good. So this first side pocket, I have gloves in here. Just a pair of mechanics. It doesn't have to be super expensive. Everything in this bag should be a write-off, by the way, just in case it gets taken from wherever you leave it. And gloves are important because my hands are kind of living testament as why you should always wear gloves when you're doing abrasive work. They're always messed up. So the other pocket, I guess I'll take a look at this drawstring real quick, whatever you want to call that. The way they have this designed, when you have that cinched down, you can tuck that strap into the pocket so it won't get caught on anything. That is kind of a nice feature to have there. Now inside that pocket, I just have a little gaiter to protect your neck, your head while you're out in the sun. I have a lock and then just some dog bags so you don't leave your poop all over the place for your dog. The lock is just for the gym if I have to use a locker there or whatever. Now those side pouches I think are designed to carry a water bottle, but when you put like a standard size shaker bottle in there, it just falls out. If you bump anything, especially on the bottom, it'll just slip right out of there and you lose it. I've had this happen a couple of times. I think an improvement for this bag would be you can either make one of those side pouches taller or just have an enclosed zipper. I think that would solve that there. This front pocket serves as an admin panel for me. Yeah, I've got some dude wipes spilling out there. Those things are invaluable when you're out and about and got to do your business. Can't recommend those enough. I've got some Band-Aids and some Kleenexes in a plastic bag. I've got notepads, flashcards, blank. So many uses for those. Right in the Rain pen, some extra pens, Sharpies. I have a Streamlight Microstream. It's the rechargeable one. And then just a pen light, just in case I need a spare one for eye exams or whatever. Then there is a bit of Velcro on the front. You can put whatever kind of identifier you need to on there. This next pocket I have set up for a basic trauma assessment or possible extrication, life-saving equipment. So I tuck one of those laces in there so I know which one to grab during a high-stress situation. Rip that thing open. I've got some trauma shears there to cut away a clothing, seatbelts, or whatever you need to. Those are from North American Rescue. And all that stuff is held down by like malice clips. There's Molly on the back of that panel there. That's how all that stuff is attached. I have a little Rescue Me tool. It's got a spring-loaded glass punch on there and another seatbelt cutter. There's a Gen 7 cat tourniquet there, staged how I like it, held down by some rubber bands. That takes care of any kind of massive bleeding in the extremities. Right next to that, I've got a Benchmade rescue hook in the original sheath it came from, which kind of sucks, by the way. It's always hard to get out. If anybody knows of a good Kydex sheath for that, let me know in the comments down below. But there's that. It's got a O2 wrench on the handle, so that's kind of nice. See how hard it is to get in there? I think it just cuts the entire lining when you pull it out. I've got a spare mag pouch. That one's from SOE Gear, and it works just fine. Sitting in that thing is a SIG P320 21 round magazine. It's got Hornady Critical Defense 124 grain plus P pluses in there, and that pairs with my P320X compact. So with what I have on me, that gives me a total of 54 rounds when I'm carrying my backpack. Really nice to have that capability on you. And sitting next to that magazine is a Leatherman Super Tool. Not the lightest or the best multi-tool out there, but it is the one I have. And I'm not too worried about size and weight constraints when it comes to this backpack because it's usually riding in my truck or vehicle, so I don't really have to worry about carrying it around too much. And if I did, it's not even that heavy in the first place. Now, the bottom of this pack, kind of like a cavernous space, has some more hook and loop down there. I was going back and forth on what I wanted to carry in there. I used to use this North American Rescue IPOC kit, but I transitioned to this Refuge Medical Pocket Kit. And I like it much better because you can refill the consumables without breaking that plastic. It's got everything you're going to want in there to work a basic trauma patient or March algorithm. And yeah, I've even got a little surgical mask in there so I can pretend to wear that on the patient contact. But really great company. It seems like they're making some of the best IFAKs on the market. I do have a discount code for them, eGear. I'll put that up there. 10% off of anything in their store, I believe. And this little red boo-boo kit is just a pouch I got off of Amazon. Came with a bunch of crap in there. I filled it with some better stuff, wound closures, medications, gauze. I got some splinter out, duct tape, anything you're going to need to take care of like a boo-boo type injuries. So that's it for that pack. I'm moving on to the big space. This is kind of like a catch-all. It's not really, it has dedicated components, but it's much more versatile because I put whatever I need on a daily basis in there. So this compartment has a lot of organization. It has some horizontal slots. There's Velcro on the right-hand side there. And down the back of the backpack, the Velcro goes all the way down, even through the laptop compartment. So this is just a little kangaroo pouch I keep some gloves in, and it's there because there's no room in the other pouch. It has that little ribbon you can kind of creep those gloves out if you want to. Then there's a little dangler, and hot darn, yeah, that thing just must have been the heat. Came right off there. I have to super glue that and put that back on. Some chem lights, never a bad idea to have some chem lights on you. Used to have a knife sharpener in there, like a little diamond rod knife sharpener. I think one of my buddies probably took it, didn't put it back. In this pocket I have just a snack, Cliff Bar. I've got some electrolytes, a little microfiber cloth, a sewing kit, and then like a chamber safety flag. Those are always handy when you're training, just so people know that gun isn't hot. And that's some Dermatone. Man, I swear by that stuff. Or backpacking, doing long rucks, that stuff will save your butt. Need to get yourself a tin of that. So the rest of this pack is kind of organized into pods. I've got a smart water bottle there. I don't know what it is about those things, but they just seem to last forever. So I keep one in there just in case. This is an SOE Gear tear-off pouch, and that thing has some like monster Velcro. It like does not budge when I don't want to take it off. It just has some charging cords, some feet walking across the screen, curious what I'm doing. That's a WowTac headlamp. It's pretty good for what I do. Relatively bright. The only problem is the switch. It comes on from time to time and it'll drain the battery if it bumps something. It's got a rechargeable 18650 battery, USB-C, and it's been pretty good in my opinion. Not bad for a cheap headlamp. The rest of this, I've got a couple Olight cords for my Warrior Mini 2. I've got that special charging for my Valkyrie on my SIG, and this is just a Mophie power bank. I don't know how many times it'll charge my phone. I think it's like 1.5. Then I've got a power brick there and a couple of other cords. Pretty much the cords for everything that I carry on me or I'm going to need to charge, I've got on there. Then there's a little Kingston flash drive. Don't use that too much anymore, but it still has some pretty handy stuff on there. Use it from time to time. All right, this is a little Kelty pack cover, and inside there I've got some feet walking across the screen still. Didn't notice that. This is a Wiseout microfiber towel and a washcloth. Super handy to have. Sometimes I swim laps and forget my towel, or you got to clean the kids up or the dog. Just real handy to have around. So this pack cover. If you don't have a way to keep your stuff dry, I think you're just wrong. Even though this backpack is designed for more urban environments, civilization, you know, we're not backpacking, but rain can still ruin your day pretty quickly if you've got like a laptop or anything in there. This is a medium pack cover. It's designed for anything up to like a 55-liter pack. This one isn't nearly that big, but it still works. You just kind of cinch that down there, and then you're going to tuck the mesh pouch and the drawstring down in the little loop there by your butt, and you're set. These things work great. You can spray your backpack with that camp stuff to keep it dry, but why not just have a cover? You've got a little shemagh there, and then this little cocoon pouch is just like a little toiletry kit that I keep on me. So you can stay fresh, brush your teeth, put deodorant on. It's got mouthwash in there, face lotion, sunscreen, dental floss, hair wash. Pretty much just like the basics in a little compact kit. Whatever you're going to need there. So next we got comms, one of the most forgotten items, I think, when it comes to preparedness. How y'all gonna operate out there or do anything if you can't communicate, right? This is just a Baofeng UV5R, super cheap, like 20 bucks. Get your ham radio license, you're in business. You can talk to people on there, talk to people in your group. I think it was like last week. There was a really bad storm and the cell service went down, and I used this to talk to people in my family and close by. So really useful there. And the music's on, that means it's almost time to go. So I do keep another radio in there. It's for work, it's an 800 radio, but I can't show you that because I might get in trouble. Next, this is just a sunglasses case. I keep my gaiters in there. I'll put a swim bag in there from time to time. It's just a dry bag. It's got like a towel, my swimsuit and goggles. But that's about it. That's all I keep in here. The pack is really good. If I had to rate it on a scale from like 1 to 10, I'd probably give it like an 8, just because I wish the interior was orange, more high vis, and the water bottle pouch was better. But overall, man, this is a pretty good pack. Let me guys know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hit that like and subscribe button. Essential Gear out.